in this beautiful weather today. I mean, I really have to. It's been really cloudy where I live in my area the past 2-3 days, maybe more. Understatement? No, more like a week, maybe even 2 weeks. I mean, for the month of May and even the past couple of years, it's kind of strange because, like, we're nearing summertime. We're practically already in summer, and I was just talking to my grandma the other day on the phone. We were just chit-chatting, and she mentioned to me how she also can feel how weird it is. Like, we're in summertime, in the summer months of, like, April, May, getting close to June in about a month, and it's still, like, cold. Like, the weather's cold. It's cold at night. You're still having to have layers of blankets. Some people are still having to, like turn on their heaters and stuff. And in the morning too, it's like cloudy and it's cold, it's windy. Like, this is the type of weather where it's like people are still wearing like jackets and stuff and layers of clothing, and it's like May. So, this weather's weird. And I told my grandma, like, there's always a delay in summer. That's how we've always felt about it. Like, summer still comes around, it'll still get hot, but it'll be like closer to like mid July, mid June, end of June, most of July, August, and like I said, since it's delayed, it'll be going towards September, October. Then when it's time to close in on like the holidays, where it's like Thanksgiving, even closer to like Halloween and Thanksgiving, Christmas. Yeah, and I'm saying Christmas, like close to Christmas, it's fairly warm. There's like such a delay all of a sudden. It's almost like summer becomes, or starts in the months of like June, July, August, all the way to like November. It's like some crazy shit. But anyway, this is just me enjoying the weather, and I wanted to just talk a little bit about the spiritual stuff that I haven't talked about in a long time on this channel, because I haven't had really much to say. And I'm going to say this again, like I've said for the millionth time. It's like, I feel like I've said most of what I wanted to in my current life. But as I've said, over the years, I've just gone through many things, many battles, and many ups and downs, a lot of downs especially. And life has just not been easy, just speaking for myself in general and for my family. So I haven't had much to say, nothing that I felt like was worthy of making a video for. But when I do, and I feel like there's something I have to express from the throat chakra, if you want to call it like that and sound all spiritual and stuff, the throat chakra, I have something to speak of in the throat chakra. There's an active energy of flowing through my throat chakra. That's when I feel like then I can say something. If I feel like it's worth it, then I'll talk and I'll make a video expressing something, or I might journal it, but sometimes it just feels good to also put it on video and upload, because then I can have people like share to me their opinions, maybe in the comments, and I can reach people. Whereas if it's like just me journaling, then I kind of keep that to myself and I just read it. And I do journal a lot too, so I've been doing a lot of journaling like most of my life. That's how I've always expressed myself. But yeah, it's fun to have a ramble once in a while, especially if the weather's out and you're feeling good. That's usually when I feel more inclined to make a video. If I feel kind of chatty, I have something to share, or I'm feeling good, that's when I make a video. Because then the energy's right, then I can like say something. And I can express myself anyway. especially in the spiritual community. That's something you will often hear when it comes to your spiritual work. Know thyself. It's like, what does that? To be honest, it's like, what does that even really mean, right? It's like two words. It sounds so simple, but you can look at things that you hear in a spiritual community and think more deeply about it. Like you'll hear things going around, words such as know thyself, or know thyself. Yeah, know thyself. Meditation and dissolving the ego and all that stuff. And it sounds all fancy. It sounds all interesting, but if you're practical within your mind, and you have a sense of alertness, if you have your own sense of quote unquote know thyself, you will question even the things that you hear in the spiritual community with spiritual gurus and teachers and lecturers and YouTube videos. Like, what does that shit mean? Like, bro, what are you talking about? What does that even mean? And I guess it takes some people longer than others, and you can't really judge someone for their spiritual journey. We're all on our own pace. It's not a race. And that rhymed. So it's not, everyone's at their own pace. It's not a race. You should just take your time to just enjoy life and learn as you go along, I suppose. But I guess what I'm trying to say is know thyself is like, it's getting to know really your path in life. And that's the most simplest way I can think of. That's the best thing I can think of is it just means knowing, I guess, your path in life or what your purpose is. I think that's all that it really means. It doesn't really mean anything else other than that. So, yeah, that's pretty much, it's pretty simple. So, I think that's all that it means. It's not anything more complicated. It's not too much or too little of anything. It's just knowing your path in life. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And that's my personal take on it, because I think in life it's just, what matters is just being happy. Pursuing things that kind of bring you joy, that uplift you, because if you have more joy, excitement, or just overall a sense of good quality life and happiness in your life, in your physical life, in your human life, I should say, then technically your soul, your heart, your spirit, whatever you want to call those things do prosper. Because you can live a long time, and I think it just matters. What matters in life is just to enjoy it while you're here. Because, the truth is, you're not promised tomorrow. You're not here. You're not going to be here forever. And you're going to be gone one day, so. Because even when I listen to lectures and gurus and all that, and teachers and stuff, it's like I've been doing this work for so long, the spiritual work and the listening to the lectures for so many years, doing the work, reading the books, the exercises, the meditations. I've been doing them all. And I just realized, to be a master, a quote-unquote master of yourself, does not really require you to, again, go to the Himalayas, the mountains, wearing some Buddha robe, some Buddhist monk robe, shaving your head, all your hair off, and wearing mala beads, and being in a lotus position, it's not any of those things. It's not even your diet, or that's a different topic. But the point is, being in East India, with being with like the Indian gurus, doing like the Hinduism type of stuff, with the what do they call it, the gories and all that stuff. It's like it's none of those things. It's not about incense and meditating 5 times a day and all that stuff. Being vegan, it's just living a life of happiness. That's subjective because that depends on how you feel. Happiness is dependent on you. What makes your life good? And of course, living well and being healthy and fitness, I believe, is a big factor in that. Because I enjoy fitness. I enjoy working out. I mean, I don't really go to the gym anymore, but I do work out still at home. I get my cardio in, as you guys have seen through the shorts. So those things matter to me because it makes me feel good physically. Therefore, it'll cultivate and turn into something that makes me feel good mentally too. So it all goes hand in hand. So I think, like I said, over the years for me, again, it's not a race. It's to stay in your own pace. But for me, I find that knowing thyself is something of your own personal journey. It's just about being happy, finding your true happiness and finding your purpose and where you belong in this world. And so how I can define that would be like knowing what feels right to you, what feels clear and feels right to you would be your path. Like no resistance. Like what makes sense to you, what feels right to you, what's guiding your heart, and only you can know that. And that, I guess I would say, would be your path in life. And what makes you happy, that's it. And I listen to a lot of, Bashar. So what he always talks about is finding your purpose. And again, finding it is just looking within. It's just finding what feels clear to you as to what you feel like is best for you. That's it. It's nothing more, it's nothing less. It's just going through the motions of life and enjoying it while you're here. I think that's all it is. Finding your purpose and finding what makes sense to you. Like when parents care for their child, even as their child grows and gets older, and they still have that same love for their child when their child was young, and doing everything out of unconditional love and reaching out for their child and doing everything they can for their children, no matter what it takes. I mean, that right there is already a sense of your parent following what feels right to them. They're living their life purpose right there already. Simple things like that. Or even if it's your job, whatever your tasks are, whatever it is at your job or your career that feels good to you, that feels right to you to do, staying overtime to help your coworkers and your customers, your clients, your patients, whatever. Those things feel right to you and you feel a personal obligation within your heart to just do that thing. That's you following your heart purpose already. It's little things like that. That's what the spiritual true meaning of know thyself is. It's not wearing a monk and wearing a turban or being a monk somewhere in the east, meditating in the forest by a tree. You can do that if you want to. If that's what feels right to you, then do it. But it doesn't have to be those things. Like your spiritual work is really in simplicity and in finding it within yourself through the simple manners of life. Like what I'm saying is, your teachers are all around you. It's the everyday people you see at the store, at the beach, at the street, at your job, your family, your friends. Even if I hate to say it, but even if they don't serve you any good and they're very negative, they teach you a purpose too, to find better people. I've known people in my life who I don't like, and I've had to talk to them, to catch up with them, and all that stuff. look for better quality people that I feel better around. I can find people better than them. They don't have to be your friends. And that's just another tangent I'm going off about. But again, that's your heart telling you something. If something doesn't feel right to you, again, follow your heart and do what's right. And sometimes the hard challenges that we go through, or things that are toxic to us, are teaching us to look within, and really teaching us in a deeper sense that there's something better out there. There's something that we seek, and it's definitely not this situation or this person. So even the negative aspects of what we go through, we're learning a lesson. It's like, okay, well, I don't like this thing, or I don't like that this person talks to me. I don't like the situation that this person gets me in. So this is like a lesson in a deeper sense that, okay, I don't want to fuck with this shit. I can do better for myself. You see? That's what they're teaching you indirectly, but in a deeper way. They don't even realize they're teaching it to you, but they are. And you're benefiting from it, whether they see that in a million years, or ever in this lifetime, or in any lifetime, or any time at all, in the existence of the universe, or whatever the case, they're teaching it to you. Yeah, you're not the type of person I want to fuck with. So, and again, that's just another tangent, but yeah, know thyself is like being able to reflect. And I've had to reflect throughout, I guess, most of my life. It took me years to, even as simple as looking at my selfies, and I know I've mentioned this in other videos, looking at my selfies, looking at photos of family and friends, and what my life was. It's like, that clarity comes in a little bit later over the year, right? And that's something I also always hear throughout my journey and stuff, is like, you can know that you're making changes, like in the occult and magical sense, if you just look back at your old life, how it used to be. Then you can make a comparison to how your life was back then to how it is now. Like how it is now will kind of show you where you've grown, or where you've changed, or what you still might have to work on when you compare it to stuff from the past. Like if you move a lot and you visit, that's what I do. Like sometimes I revisit like where me and my family used to live, and it makes me reminisce on memories, whatever, good and bad, and it makes me reflect on myself. Again, so this is like the know thyself topic, essentially. I look back at the old houses, and it makes me remember how I used to be as a person, how I looked like, how my attitude was, how I was to my family, how I was to my friends, my outlook, my mindset, all those things are amazing things, because it's your spiritual journey showing you something. It's the universe within you, the micro, the macro, all that stuff. It's showing you something within you. Like, here's your boy, here's how you've changed so far. Here's how your life has been so far compared to how it was back then. And that clarity, that aha, blah, 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 yada, 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 yada. That's when that so-called spiritual clarity kicks in. Oh, now it makes sense why I'm in the situation that I'm in. Now it makes sense why I feel the way that I do. I talk the way that I do. I act or function, and I feel and I believe in the way that I do. Okay. So now you have a guide and a chance to change those things. Now you can change how you can act, feel, and behave in the now. That's what they always call that mindfulness. All you want, you can think in the present, in the future, I get over it? In other words, how can I finally be free? Feeling better about the situation. In the end, all these gurus and masters and spiritual teachers, all they want to get through to you is to find peace. And what's the point of peace? The point of peace is being able to enjoy freedom from the pain and suffering. That's all that we seek in the end. At the end of the day, anyway. No matter what spiritual book, who you talk to, book that you read, or that you, all you're seeking is to be happy. That's all you're seeking. Whether you want to, look at it, that's all you're seeking is to be happy, or to at least be at peace, which is pretty much the same thing. To be freedom, Sure, no problem. Uh-huh. Please, umbrella flew from the window, man. I had to say, shit, somebody did a good thing. I feel good. But anyway, yeah. So, what was I saying? Yeah. It takes a lot of inner work to find what those triggers were. And only you can do that, because only you know the answer, because your heart has all the answers. So, at the end, all you're looking for is peace, which is happiness, which is the same thing. Peace is what? Freedom from suffering. And that's something true within Gnosticism, Buddhism, all these esoteric knowledges is like, by nature, to be in the physical world is suffering, or could be suffering, right? Because it's just something that's part of our existence. But overcoming the challenges and getting through these things is what matters. That's what defines who you are. That's what strengthens your heart, your mind, and your soul, is to get through these things. And I can go on and on about ego. It's like, and I probably will make a video about it. And, for now I'm gonna leave it at that. So it's just the way it is. Know thyself is just knowing your purpose, knowing who you really are in the sense of what makes you happy, what you like to do, the kind of people you want to be around, the music that you enjoy, the things that uplift you, the things that give you no resistance, the things that get you up in the morning, get up and get going, make you happy, anything that puts a smile to your face, that just makes you feel happy and uplifted. Loving yourself. I always talk about that. That's true. You gotta love yourself. Love yourself enough to free yourself from hardship and suffering. Overcome whatever challenges you have to. Whatever it takes, do it. Have enough self-love and self-respect for yourself to do that for you. Have the self-love and self-respect for your own self to do what it takes to overcome the challenges. Like, do yourself that favor, at least. And that's knowing thyself. Knowing thyself is like knowing what triggers you, doing the work, knowing what upsets you, knowing what things to do to get over that thing that upsets you, having patience with yourself. We're still going to be succumbed to hardships, we're going to still be prone to certain challenges, but it is up to us to kind of make that decision and how we go about it. And knowing how you do go about it is what determines where you are in life and where you're going in life and how well you're doing for yourself. How you react to people, attitude, the things that upset you, like obstacles, dealing with people, ignorance, like stupidity and shit, even all that determines your character. And so yeah, with that being said, I'll leave it at that. I don't want this to be 30 minutes any longer, but I could. And yammer on and on, but goddamn, I don't think I want to. I'll save another video for another time about maybe ego and stuff. I just wanted to share this beautiful day, and it looks really nice out here. Weather's been good. People out here have been feeling very good. We all need this sun. We all need some sunshine. Like I said, it's been so cloudy.